What's going on, everybody, man? This your boy DC1 of D3 on 3 XP, man. I know it's catching a lot of people off guard, early in this morning, man. Friday. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Um, Normally I don't do this, but it's something I thought about last night. Um, it was I I this Pistons team, man. Got to talk about it, man. This Pistons team. 25 straight losses. Okay. 25. The struggle is continuing. I just really don't understand, don't get this team at all. It's the same shit. It's the same shit again, all over again, man. Um, I don't even know what to say, man. Um, when you on the midst of a that long of a losing streak and you playing against a team, 90, they're one of the top three players on the team didn't even play. They coming off a back to back to remind you. No Laurie marketing, no THT, no Keontae George, no Jordan Clarkson, and you still lose this game. Granted, yes, they had John Collins, but you lose to a guy, Chris Dunn, has bounced around the league, lose to, and people keep forgetting Walker Kessler was one of the good, was a rookie last year. And we lose to a team that didn't have their best players on the floor. This is a silver plat. This was a gift. This was a gift. And this is it, and this what came out. Turnovers, not playing consistent defense. I just don't get it, man. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. This team, you know, I'm really lost for words because this is the game that the Pistons had the opportunity to win this game against a Utah team they've won only 10 games. They could have won more games. They had fourth quarter issues, Utah. They could have won more games. They had fourth quarter issues. And to remind you, they had an opportunity to beat Cleveland the night before. And they lost that game. They blew the opportunity. And then, Coach Hardy decided to sit his main core down because they coming off a back-to-back, played 3 games in 4 nights, and turn around and they still come here to LCA. A lot of fans showed up because they knew this is the opportunity for this Pistons team to win this game. And they blew it. Pistons led by 8 early in the game. Utah took the lead. They led by many as 13. And Pistons had opportunities a couple times. When they tied it, to have a chance to take the lead again. It's just Utah made the plays that the Pistons didn't make. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Marvin Bagley, they played great. They played great. Despite the fact that Cade turned the ball over 6 times and Ivy turned the ball over 5 times, that wasn't good. They have to be better. It's just plain and simple, man. They just got to be better, man. You got the national media been talking about how this team could possibly break the record. Like, come on, man. Like Stephen A. Smith was talking about on his Stephen A. Smith show the other day. The Wall Street Journal don't talk about sports unless something historic, and we're about to be closer to historic. About the most losing, break the record of the most losses in NBA history. We're that close. This is the opportunity. We should have beat a team like the Utah Jazz, which Utah Jazz, when people forget, Utah Jazz is one of those teams, even going back to the Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek days, that always had the Pistons number for many years. And this is the perfect opportunity for this Pistons team to win. Opportunity. And they lose. Lost by 8. 119, 111. And the guy that used to play for the Pistons, Kelly Olynyk, dropped 27. Come on, man. This is just. Utah has 6 players in double figures. 6 players in double figures. And we only had 3 guys in double figures. Our bench was terrible. We didn't get no production from the bench. No production. Alec Burke continues to struggle. You don't get Sasser. He had a couple of good shots. But again, this is, we just didn't really get nothing for our bench. Wiseman, he had 1, maybe 2 decent moments. But again, you're not going to expect much out of Wiseman. It is what it is. It was a bad trade Troy River did. You let go. You traded Sadiq Bey for Wiseman. It just didn't work. It's not working. We got two guys, Marvin Bagley and James Wiseman, are big man, are pick and roll big men. They're back to the basket defenders. They're not offensive players. They're not guys that's gonna. They're not big enough to contend with a Giannis and Brook Lopez and Joel Embiid and Jokic and all the other big name centers in the NBA. Jalen Duren is the only one, but he's out. He's been dealing with ankle injuries. This is his 8th or 9th ankle injury since he's been in the league. He's been in a lot of ankle injuries. Boy, we miss him because he's one of our bright futures on this team. Him and Ivy and Cade, Asar. Not to mention, we didn't have Killian tonight, dealing with an illness. So it's just unacceptable, man. That we lost this game. We should not lost this game. You was the favorite. You was the favorite to win this game. You was a 2-point favorite to win this game, and you lost by 8. It's just mind blowing. Like I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get this Pistons team at all. I mean, oh boy, it's not a pretty good look at all. I don't even know when they're gonna win the next game. I don't even know when they're gonna win. You got Brooklyn twice at Brooklyn and come home on the 26th, the day after Christmas for Brooklyn. Then you got to go to Boston. Then you got Toronto on the 30th before you go on this West Coast trip. At Houston, at Utah, at Golden State, at Denver. I don't know when you're going to get another win. We're going to see you, the Pistons team, go get another win. I don't see what this Pistons team gonna get another win. I really don't. It's just It's just really sad, man. It's really sad. Um, I don't know, man. Dante, man, the link is in the chat, man. Sorry for the link is in the chat, man. Go ahead, you're gonna hop on in, bro. I, it's just it's really sad, man. It's really sad. This is the opportunity of the Pistons to win this game. Opportunity. And they blew it. Blew this opportunity. They blew this opportunity. I have a little technical difficulties on my screen here. Yep. Apologies, everybody, man. There are little technical difficulties with the stream, my screen going on. So I just don't know what to say, man. I don't know. Fans going out there saying, sell the team, fire Monty, fire Troy, fire Art telling Tom Gord, sell the team. Anytime when the fan base say that, it's an issue. These fans spend a hard-earned working money to come to these games, and this the type of product you give to this fan base. We're in year 4 in a rebuild, and we haven't even got past 25 wins. We hadn't got past 25 wins. Granted, last year, 17 games, and we didn't have our best player, Cade Cunningham, last year. So we went 70 games without Cade last season. He played 12 games. It was out for the rest of the year. But now this is it's worse than last season. And I want to address the fans right quick. They're talking about fire Monty Williams. Monty Williams is not going nowhere. Let's just stop it right there. Monty Williams is not going nowhere. Monty Williams is trying to evaluate, trying to still evaluate and trying to see which lineups and what adjustments he make and try to get this team to win, to buy in. The players got to go out and play. They got to show effort. Monty Williams is putting the players out there that wants to win, that wants trying to win. Monty Williams is a good coach. I don't care what anybody say. So I wish when people stop saying Monty Williams should be fired. Monty Williams is not to be fired. He's not going anywhere. Okay, he's the highest paying coach in the NBA. Let's just stop it. Let's stop it. Monty Williams is not going anywhere. He needs players. He needs veteran players. He needs players for his system. He needs players. The players that we have is, especially, it just don't fit. It just don't fit. I love our young core of Ivy. I love Cade. I love Asar. I love Jalen Duren. I love it. I love those guys. But we need the veterans that can help them. I can't get no help for Joe Harris. Joe Harris is banged up most of his career. A great three-point shooter, don't get me wrong, but he's been banged up most of his career. Monte Morris hasn't even played yet. Alec Burke, come on, man. Alec Burke's not gonna help this young core. We need a legitimate big man as well on this team. We don't have a legitimate big man outside of Jalen Duren. Isaiah Stewart is a power forward. Yeah, at times he has to play center because the simple fact that even Duran is out, or Marvin Bagley's out, or James Wiseman, or those guys are struggling. Then Isaiah Stewart has to move into the center position, something the position he has to play out of. That's not his position. This is unacceptable. This team, Troy Weaver could, and they constructed this team, man. This had opportunities to go get Cam Johnson, had opportunities to get other players. I mean, heck, you could have brought in Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig, you could have opportunity to get Torrey Craig, a guy that's a defender that can take on one of opponent's tough matchups. He played under Monty Williams, but instead he signed with Chicago. Look what Chicago doing. Chicago, they doing better without Zach LaVine. Doing better without Zach LaVine. Hell, Washington just won yesterday. They just won their game yesterday by 1 point. Just saying. San Antonio had the opportunity to win yesterday, and they couldn't get it done. But hey, San Antonio won their game against the Lakers last week. I'm just saying. Pistons had a lot of the games the Pistons had lost, and they had a lot of opportunities to win this game, and they could not get the job done. They turned the ball over. It seems like one turnover, it just turns the whole game. It could be a live ball turnover. It could be miscommunication. Whatever type of turnover you want to count, it doesn't matter. The Pistons, they turn the ball over too much. You turn the ball over 20, 21 times and give up 27 points off turnovers. You're not going to win basketball games like that. You're not going to win basketball games. When you turn the ball over and you don't play consistent defense, you're not going to win basketball games. That's plain and simple. This Pistons team, is not constructed right. Not constructed right. We don't have a wing. I love Asar Thompson, but he's a guy. He has to work on his shooting. A guy, he's a rookie. It's gonna take him time. I know he's a guy. He's going to get better. He's going to get better. But it's just pitiful that this Pistons. It's just pitiful that this Pistons team struggling with how they struggling. It's really sad. So, but yeah, I said I really thought about it last night, man, and just like after looking at the game and watching the post game conference, with Monty Williams, the look is K's face, man, just says it all. This man doesn't have enough help. We got too many guards, not enough forwards, not enough big men. Yeah. So we don't have enough help. It's just plain and simple, man. It's just plain and simple. We just don't have enough help. And I'm watching this team just about every night, and just the lack of the same thing over and over again. The defense and turnovers. It's the same thing over and over. It's just not getting no better. It's really not. It's really not. So, but Dante, if you still on here, man, the link is, like I said, it's still in the chat if you want to join in right quick, man. But yeah, it just, I just don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. I mean, you got Brooklyn twice, Boston, Toronto. These are games before the 2024 gets here. These are the games left before 2024 gets here. This is so. It's just it's just what it is, man. I, I I'm really lost for words with this Pistons team, man. K K Cunningham, the look on his face, it really says it all. It really says it all. The best player on their team looked like he was in tears. And I hoped and pray that this we don't be the team that breaks that record. I pray that we not the team that break this record. Because this is really going to be bad. I can maybe y'all can people could say this is worse than the 0-16 Lions. Some people gonna say that. Some people say the Lions was 0-16 was worse. I don't know, man. And I want to get to this. I, I I'm gonna say this too. And I'm gonna say this too. I want to talk about this Troy Weaver situation. Yes, in the beginning, and I'm gonna take this back. When Troy Weaver became the GM for our team, um, he made some moves that I wasn't fond of. I was upset, especially like a couple of key guys like Bruce Brown. Um, was a high energy guy, a guy, you know, that sparked this team. He was one of Dwayne Casey's guys. We traded him away to a Brooklyn team that was contending at the time with Kevin Durant and Kyrie and them. Um, Trading him pretty much for nothing. You know, Luke Kennard gone. You know, some people say, "Oh, well, we need to trade away Luke Kennard." Okay, you know, because he didn't play defense. Fine, whatever. That's your opinion. Christian Wood, an opportunity right there to resign him. You just say you pass on it, you know, not resigning him. And he signed with Houston. Things didn't work out with Houston. He went to Dallas. Things started, you know. Now he's with the Lakers. Christian Wood, it showed he could play in this league. Whether he's coming off the bench, whether he's starting. We let that go. Okay, you drafted opportunities. You had, you know, you drafted Killian, you drafted Isaiah Stewart, drafted Sadiq Bey. You know, okay. It was personally, I was not a big fan of Troy Weaver at the time when he first came around. I'd say Troy Weaver was. I was just like, I was really upset with Troy Weaver was doing. Why is he bringing some of these? Like, remember Jahlil Okafor? What did you bring Jahlil Okafor for? You know, people forget about that. A guy that can never stay healthy. So I just don't. But then you turn around and drafted K Cunningham the following year, and I started to like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna finally buy in to see what Troy Weaver is doing. You know, Troy Weaver's making some moves. I said, hey, well, I'm gonna give Troy Weaver a shot because I wasn't a big fan of him, what the moves he was doing as far as the trades and stuff like that. As far as, you know, yeah, Jeremy Grant to come over because Jeremy Grant was with OKC, with Troy Weaver was at OKC with under Sam Presti's little guy. So at the time, yeah. I said, I'm gonna give Troy Weaver a shot. You know, we drafted, we drafted during last year in Ivy. You know, I said, okay, Troy Weaver, he drafting well. He drafting well. And then here comes this Sadiq Bey. You trade away Sadiq Bey, which it was shocking for a lot of us Pistons fans. We was upset because Sadiq Bey was one of our bright young cores in the future. You trade him away for James Wiseman from a guy that could never stay on the court. It was always was not healthy. He didn't fit with the Golden State Warriors system. You trade him away. You know, you trade Sadiq Bey away to a team in Atlanta. It was a 3-team trade, but still. It's like you put parts of that young core. You know, so do you remember Sadiq Bey dropped 51 points last year? Do you let this man go? Mind you, we end up getting Marvin Bagley for Trey Lyles, and yeah, it's fine. But Marvin Bagley, the problem is he can't never stay healthy. That's just what it is. He can't never stay healthy. So now it's to the point. Now, okay, you drafted Asar Thompson, loved it, love it. You drafted Marcus Sasser, love it. Not gonna take nothing away what Troy Weaver has done as far as drafting, but as far as constructing a team, putting veterans, you know, to help this young team, it's not making any sense. When you turn around, you clean house to get rid of the Blake Griffiths contract, you know, you know, making all these moves. But this was the opportunity that we could have got somebody to come in. We hired Monty Williams as a head coach after Dwayne Casey. Say what you want about Dwayne Casey, you know, yeah, maybe he wasn't a great coach for a young team, which I've been saying this before. Dwayne Casey was not a coach for a younger team. Certain coaches are not, you know, they had a veteran. They had to have those type of veteran. That's someone you could say Monty Williams. You know, it's a longer process when you got a coach that's so used coaching veterans, you know, and then you got to turn around, you got a bunch of younger players that you have to not only teach them, coaching them, you know what I'm saying, on the court and off the court, to be a leader of men, to be better. That's another job itself. Not saying they couldn't do it, but it's a longer process. But one thing I'm gonna say what Dwayne Casey did, Dwayne Casey, yes, you can say coaching all you want, but when it comes to teaching these young players to be men, it's second to none. And that's what Dwayne Casey did when he was coaching. Now he's up in the office with the organization, which he deserves. Bring in Monty Williams, has been a coach that's been to the finals. But again, with a veteran team, people say, "Oh, Phoenix had a young team," but yeah, Phoenix has some veterans on there too. Remember, Devin Booker was in his prime and still in his prime when healthy. You know, so it's just, and then you had Chris Paul, which Chris Paul, people keep forget Chris Paul was with New Orleans Hornets, a young Chris Paul with a David West, Jamal McGlure, Tyson Chandler, those guys. So this is what it is, man. What up though, Alex, man? Thank you for joining the chat, man. You know, Alex Heron in the building, man. So it's just sad, man. It's really sad that this, you know, this Pistons team is struggling like this, man. Struggling like this. You know, I'm not, and with the veterans we have, You know, no disrespect to Alec Burks, no disrespect to Joe Harris, you know, and as veterans we have, it's maybe it's just my personal opinion. It's almost like a Rodney Magruder and Corey Joseph situation. You know, those not the type of veterans that you need to, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna help you, you know what I'm saying, up your game more to be better. It's not like the one of the like the Miami Heat with the Udonis Haslam when he was sitting on the bench. You know, it wasn't like those situations. Or you have Jared Dudley, no situations. We don't have those type of veterans. It's just what it is, man. We don't know, we don't have those type of veterans. And I want to get back to, like I said, with the Troy Weaver situation. Do I think Troy Weaver should be gone? I'm gonna let y'all fans. I'll let y'all speak, but because I gave Troy Weaver, gave him a chance at the, like I said in the beginning. I'm just like, oh man, this guy doesn't know what he did. He got to go. Then I say, okay, give him a shot. This is third. And now, this 25 game losing streak, and the way this team is constructed, I'm gonna say this about Troy Weaver. I'm just gonna keep my peace. That's all I'm gonna say. Tom Gores, the owner, sell the team. Been having this team too long. It has not had a winning product. I had not hear you come out, apologize to the fans. I have not heard you say anything at all. If you really care about this Pistons team, if you really care about this fan base, at some point you have to make a move. Whether you say, you will fire Troy Weaver, fire Art Tellum, and how you want to do things. Or you decide you want to sell the team, this and I don't want to be part of it. At least address the fans. Address the fans. That's just plain and simple. Address the fans. These fans come into this arena, Little Caesars Arena, pay hard-earned working money to these games, and watch our team loses. And this is an embarrassment. It's really been a national embarrassment. It's really been a national embarrassment. So it's been a national embarrassment. So yeah. So as far as what I'm saying with Troy Weaver, I'm just gonna keep my peace to myself when it comes to that Troy Weaver. I'm just gonna keep my peace. That's just that. But I don't want to hear the fans keep talking about fire Monty Williams. Monty Williams is not going nowhere. This isn't. Yes, he's a head coach. He gonna get some blame or this, the third. It's just what it is. But Monty Williams is a good coach. I don't care what anybody say. He just need more. He just need more help, need more time. So I wish fans would stop calling for Monty Williams to be fired. It starts from up top. That's what you need to start from. And another thing about Troy Weaver, I don't want to see another letter. I don't want to see another letter addressing the fan base. I don't. You've been hiding too long for me. Ain't a lot of the fan base. So I don't want to see that either. If you really care about this basketball team, you would do something. So, yeah, they said the struggle continues. I just don't know if can they possibly get a win by the end of the year. Who knows? They might shock somebody. They'll be talked about. Might be it'd be talked about on ESPN. Be talked about on FS1. Be talked about on NBA TV. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. It's just really sad. I just don't know, man. But it's just sad, man. On 16 was good with my guy, man. I'm out here just talking about the Pistons, man. It's just been the struggle continues, bro. The struggle has been continued, bro. Ah, man. The link is in the chat, man. If you want to join in right quick before I jump out of here, man, you could go ahead and join in. The link is in the chat if you want to join in and talk about this right quick. So, yeah, I know the Eagles are a third seed, man. I'm wearing the Eagles jersey. Yeah. But anyway, this is not an Eagles talk, Owen. I Yeah, this is really sad, man. This is really sad. 97 won the ticket. I'm listening to them every time talk about how I trust is this Pistons team. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. Mm. Yeah, shout out to Fat Trisha. You're right. Shout out to Fat Trisha. But Owen, this is not dang old NFL talk right now. This is Pistons talk. This is so bad struggling. I don't even know if I want to go to a Pistons game this year. Unless they play the Clippers. Otherwise, I don't even know. I mean, we got 4 games left before 2023 ends. And they're going to start 2024. I don't know. I hope they be all right, Owen. I hope they be all right. But this is the same thing over and over again. Turnovers, not a lack of defense. People want to say, "Oh, it's the injuries." A lot of teams had injuries. We can't keep making that same excuse. I know it's not the end of the world. I remember the 0-16 Lions. What did they do? Matt Millen was gone. So it's just what it is, man. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, I want to ride with this team, man. So much. It's just hard to watch. It's just like when your parents tell you to do something and you continue to do you continue to do the same thing over and over and over until your parents just get tired of it. It's just the same thing. Turnovers, defense. It's the same thing. We got to make a change. We got to make a change, man. You know, we can't sit up here and continue to play like this. Yeah, a lot is wrong. I'm praying it's going to work out. I want it to work out. All seriousness, I want it to work out. I want it to work out. I want this Pistons team. I want this fan base to say, "Hey, yes, we're winning. We're winning some games. We know we ain't gonna be in the play-in tournament. We're not contending for that. I want to at least in this Pistons team to show the effort, show these fan base, hey, we're trying to win. And I know a lot of this 25 game losing streak, and I know a lot of decides lately Pistons had opportunities to win this game. They especially last night. Even when Atlanta game it, where K dropped 43 points. Opportunities to win this game. And it's just again, it's defense, turnovers are the killers. Yeah. Young ass team, no vets, injuries, turnovers. Yeah. It's a young team. And you got it too. We got veterans that's, not helping this team. I mean, I like Joe Harris, but he's not a guy that's going to help this young team. Monte Morris haven't even played yet, like I said, since he got on this team. But again, when you construct with too many guards and none of them a big man, and the way his game has been changing lately, you're going up against. You see what happens when we played against Embiid. You see what happens when we played against Embiid twice last week. He didn't even play in the fourth quarter, both of those games. Then we played Giannis. Let alone we lost to Denver with Jokic got ejected and Coach Malone got ejected. So, yeah, Vince is hurt. With Joe Harris, he was in uniform. It's just crazy. We don't have the vets that's gonna help this young team, bro. It's just plain and simple. We just don't have the vets that's gonna help them. It's almost like a Corey Joseph, Rodney McGruder again. So look at that opportunity to get Torrey Craig. Look at what he's doing with Chicago. A veteran that can play defense. That play under Monty Williams' system. We could have had opportunity to get Cam Johnson. He resigned with Brooklyn. I mean, rightfully so. But where opportunities get guys? And it's like to the point now, what free agent want to come here? What big name free agent want to come to this Pistons team? What big name free agent? Yeah. The rotations is horrible. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Alex. The rotation is horrible. We got way too many guards on this team, man. And the thing is, too, there are some teams that I'm not saying our team is trying to emulate Golden State, but there are some teams are trying to emulate Golden State, how they do it. But to see the difference with Golden State, they had guys like elite Steph, Clay. I know Clay ain't like what he used to be, but you still had the anchor of the defense, Draymond Green, one of the leaders on the team. And a group of guys that know how to play together as a unit. That's how they were successful to win their games. So it's just what it is, man. I mean, we got the draft talent. That's not the issue. We need a wing. We need a wing guy. We don't have a 3-and-D. We don't have a wing guy. I like Asar. I say it again. I like Asar. But again, Asar is a defender. He's not an offensive-minded player like his brother is. So, and then, like I said, look what the Houston Rockets, man. Look what the Houston Rockets. They got some veterans on the team. Yeah, they may overpay Dylan Brooks. Some people say they may overpay Fred VanVleet, which I did think he deserved the money he deserves. The way he had to work. You got a coach of Ime Udoka. Yeah, they have their ups and downs, but guess what? They got some veterans on their team that been around. They've been in the playoffs. They've been in the finals. They've been that can help this young core. We don't have the vest for that. We don't. You know, hell, look at the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. I call them the baby wolves. Look at them. Best record in the league. And they playing their butts. They playing their butts off. And they got two big men. And we got to go against them. It's just it's just this team is just not this is not constructed right. It's not constructed right, man. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Pistons fans. Just had to come here, this early. Just wanted to address and just get this off my chest. I pray that the Pistons do win these next couple of these games. I mean, they might shock us and win tomorrow. They might shock us to win tomorrow at Brooklyn. If they don't, they can come home, got an opportunity to play Brooklyn the day after Christmas. They might shock us then. Well, heck, we at least expect it. Boston's one of the best teams in the NBA. We might shock Boston. We might shock Boston. We got Toronto. And Toronto fans is going to be at LCA. They're going to be more Raptors fans than Pistons fans. They show out. Before you got to go on this West Coast trip. Before we go on this West Coast trip. Yeah, Troy Weaver wanted to be cheap, don't want to spend money to get guys. Alex, you hit it on the nose. You hit it on the nose, Alex. You hit it right on the nose. Troy Weaver don't want to spend the money to get guys. And it's so crazy that now a lot of people, this whole losing streak, people is talking about Troy Weaver. And I wanted to address this right quick. When Brad Holmes, Detroit Lions, people wanted to talk about Brad Holmes didn't make the move to trade deadline. This is third. Yeah, I know Brad Holmes could have did better. We could have got a pass rush. We could have, saying it could have helped Aiden Hutchinson. But again, we make it be upset all we want, But again, the Lions are winning and the Pistons are losing. It's just what it is. People calling Brad Holmes need to, he's doing it. He what is he doing? Why is he not making these moves? This is third. But I didn't hear all this about Troy Weaver until this losing streak continues. To this, because losing streak has been like this. And this is just another example. Now I've been hearing, other Pistons, other content creators, saying, talking about Troy Weaver needs to be gone. Troy Weaver needs to be out of here. Like I said, I keep my comments to myself when it comes to Troy Weaver. I'm keeping my comments to myself because I don't want to say things that's gonna make Pistons fans mad and make everybody else mad. I'm just not going to say anything about the man. I know he's probably a likable guy, but I'm not going to comment on Navarre's, others that's, how I feel about Troy Weaver when it comes to this organization. I'm not saying it. I'm just going to keep that to myself. So that's just what it is. But will this losing streak ends? Y'all tell me. Was it end by the end of 2023? You tell me. Owen, Alex, anybody else is watching on the chat. Will this loses you? When they end tomorrow night? When it ends Monday? Will it end at Boston? Will it end home against Toronto? Will it end? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm praying that it does. We all hope praying it does happen. And I'll say this too. Did you know Michigan State basketball team played at Little Caesars Arena last week? Last week against the number 6 ranked team in the country, Baylor, at the time. Number 6 ranked team Baylor in the country. Man. Won at Little Caesars Arena. The same amount of wins that the Pistons have at Little Caesars. One win. One home win. One. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Motor City Cruise has more wins than the Detroit Pistons. Yeah. The Motor City Cruise, the G League team, has more wins than the Detroit Pistons. Yeah. Well, I just don't know what to say, man. Don't know. We're just gonna pray for these players, man. You just pray this city, this fan base. You know, we praying for this Pistons team, man. Probably be better. But yep. So oh yeah, man. So I just like I said, I just had to come in here and just want to talk about it, man. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to D313XP. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook and our YouTube channel. And also too, make sure you follow my guys at Dynasty Sports Network, Big Willie Styles, King, Kaz, Big A, Culture Boy Juan. Make sure you follow those guys as well. Shout out to my guys, Alex Heron, to Owen 16, to Dante, you know, Ray Moore, you know, to Man Beast Morris, you know, shout out to my co-hosts Nomus J and Breed, man. Shout out to those guys as well, man. So yeah, man. Piston struggles continue, man. Your boy DC1, man. I hope everybody have a safe day today. Have a safe holiday weekend. Enjoy some sports. Enjoy some time with your family, loved ones, co-workers, associates, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you spend the holidays with them. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I know the kids is out of school, but a lot of them last day today. You know, some of them had it yesterday. So make sure you enjoy your families and your loved ones in this wonderful holiday season of Christmas and New Year's, man. So we definitely going to be, myself and Nomus J and Bree definitely going to be live coming up Wednesday. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be for dropping a post-game video after the Detroit Lions game. Hopefully we can get on here to talk about a victory for the Pistons at some point, you know. But as again, this is your boy DC1 313XP. Take care of yourself and each other. Peace out.